not entitled to do that. It's a violation. And to go into armed conflict in Libya is a violation of the Constitution. He had no authorization to do that. He acted as a dictator, and that's a violation of our Constitution. Now, the fact that our Congress was cowardly and didn't do anything about it, and that one senator got by with supporting this crime of this president, doesn't alleviate the responsibility of anyone. The president should have been impeached for doing that. That was an impeachable offense. He should be impeached. Otherwise, the politer term, common to most people's knowledge, is he should have been thrown out of office promptly and immediately on the first time he did that. He should have been slapped in the face first, and if he continued, he should have been slapped out of office. It's the obvious fact. So the problem here is a fact of a cowardice shown by the Congress. The Congress permitted, or to one senator, permitted a violation of the Constitution in terms of the War Powers Act. And therefore that senator should have been impeached too, because he was complicit in a violation of the Constitution. He's not fit to be appointed to a more significant position. Maybe a rebuke or an official rebuke for what he had done would be sufficient. But he should not be promoted to an office with higher powers than he's enjoyed heretofore. This is the nature of the situation. And fortunately, the courts existed. The federal court exists. And the federal court, with the series of actual indictments of this president, and there are a series of them, as you know, this man is no longer fit to be office. Nixon was a mild offender compared to this president, and on these charges alone to certify it. The problem is somebody's going to try to reverse this on some kind of appeal. On the case of the Hillary case, it's just the same problem. She's intimidated. She was abused, intimidated. That much I know. Her husband was thrown into a tizzy, a former president, thrown into a tizzy by what his wife had gone through. Made terrible decisions in terms of mistakes, which are terrible decisions on his part. But his wife was in danger from this president. And on the basis of one moment in her record as in the state, that was a case visibly of pure intimidation. And the President of the United States, she should have resigned. Actually, her only option was to resign the office. And then go back to the Senate, body of the Senate, and run a campaign against this president. That was her moral duty. It was a mistake for anyone to push her into taking that position under that president. Because they shared, at least Bill did, Bill Clinton shared the knowledge of what my view was, that she should not have capitulated to taking the position, considering the monstrous nature of the character of this person, this president. She should have gone outside and said what she said and denounced him up and down, because she had been the only legitimate presidential candidate on the Democratic side. He was not. And she should have gone outside and moved back and rejected that in the first place, and stayed in the Senate. That's what she should have done. She had colleagues when she was a senator in the Senate who could fight this issue better than she could from inside the position she took. So that's the kind of situation we face. So that's the way we have to react to this. And we have to react to this. We all have, especially for someone in my position, I'm supposed to have guts to deal with things like this. And I always will, as long as I'm alive. I have a lot of experience with this sort of thing, with the history of our nation. And I would back up anyone, including her, Bill, on this issue. She should not have ever been appointed president. I do not consider him honestly elected as president on the basis of what I know. Foreign powers were using the proceeds of drug distributions, illicit drug distribution, in order to finance him to become the President of the United States. I would say this man himself is now purely a drug on the market, and he should be removed from office immediately. Because I know on personal knowledge where this present situation is going under this president. And anyone who's a true patriot, with the guts and knowledge to be a patriot, would support me in saying he must be thrown out of office now.